hauls it in, looking for space. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. On the ground, it's Bishop. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. And the ball's headed quickly to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Pulls it in. It's Jackson. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
The run inside. It's Bishop. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Bishop. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Got room on the return. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Hokies. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. With the catch, it's Smith. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Trying to get behind the defense. Going up for grabs, and he beats his man and pulls it down. And the Volunteers in the hurry-up. No Tennessee quarterback will ever be revered like Peyton Manning, but many more throws like that, and they're going to say, this guy's getting into the realm at least.
Now, you get in the realm, you're good. You get in the realm, you start talking about Hall of Fame. That's what kind of tradition you've had with a guy like Peyton Manning. His fingerprints are still on this program, and if you are mentioned with him, that's a good day at the office.
It's too bad because these receivers are winning outside one-on-one. If this offensive line can just give their quarterback a little bit more time, there are some plays to be had.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for room. It's Bishop. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to run for it. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They would have needed a 50-yard field goal from here, so instead they'll keep the offense out there and go for it. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, looking to pass. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Volunteers.
On these critical 4th downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the 1st down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
And they tacked on the extra point. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the draw, it's Overton.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Second down coming up. Rides to the back, and he's dragged down. The Hokies will hustle to the line. Back to pass, it's Baker. Throws for the tight end. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They boot it away on 4th down. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They'll go with a direct snap. Breaks into the open. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose, and it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, 2 great ball running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses in some of those great games we had back in the late 90s. This dude right here, man, he just wears you down every single carry.
And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, not much room to run. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here. I'm looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bishop. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Great job by the quarterback to beat the blitz by getting rid of the football, and as a bonus, they get the first down.
Yeah, that's a good example of a quarterback knowing where his answers are. He sees the blitz coming, he finds his running back running out of the backfield, and they're able to make that defense pay.
The Volunteers getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. That's caught. It's Davis. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
Quarterback's got to get rid of the ball. That last sack's not on the line. That's on him. Now it's 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Booster! Bubba! Look! Go!
Looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
So now it's 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Making side adjustments here. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. He threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it.
Ready. Black 14. Black 14. Hydro, hydro. Chip, chip. Where did he go?
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
In the red area, it's Bishop. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on second down. Bringing the heat. Trying to get rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. Working the big fella to the corner. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm. The passing game looking good.
The Vols trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal.
22. Hey, move. Ready, go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Running inside. It's Jackson. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. from the 15. Looking for space. It's Overton. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Clock stops as Virginia Tech calls its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Hokies come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. The run inside. It's Overton. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The Hokies want to pick up the tempo. Dropping back, it's Baker. Fires to the middle. A spectacular one-hand grab. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We kick things off with Boston College taking on the number 23 team, the Houston Cougars. Boston College able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. And that's now victory number 1 on the season. Hey, every journey begins with a first step, and this team will bask in the glory of this one for at least 24 hours. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the American Conference.
Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Able to run it out to the 28 on the last one. It's 2nd and 7. He might want another play. To the air on 2nd down. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Vols decide to punt it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Under fire, and it's a sack.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And the Hokies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to throw. It's Baker. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. But third down, they're going to be throwing it right here, you think. So O-line's got to step up.
He stopped short, and it's fourth down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Volunteers will call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Quarterback making checks.
Check. 28, 29 bounce. 28, 29 bounce. Go.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They're dealing with a second and long.
Here we go. Ready. Red and four. Rock. Ready to go.
Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
It'll be third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the wideout. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Quarterback may change this route. Running inside. It's Bishop.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Booster. Bubba. Look. Liz. Go.
Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
It is so difficult to play man coverage nowadays with all the space and spread and speed on the field. One false step, and they make you pay just like they did right there.
Hey, take it. Ready, go.
They'll try the counter. Got a little grass. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
They showed this run in the first half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. All kinds of room to the right. Inside the 50.
And that is a critical mistake. Offensively, you got to understand, I'm up. It's the fourth quarter. I'm in scoring opportunity right now. One thing I can't do, Palmer?
Put the ball on the ground. But give the defense credit, too, because at this situation of the game, they understand we got to make a play. We've got to make something happen to change the momentum of this game and give ourselves an opportunity. And they're still out there fighting. They're able to come up with it deep in their own end. Let's see how their offense can respond.
Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Delay to the back. It's Overton. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Looking for a crease. It's Overton. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Hokies come to the line in the hurry-up.
You got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Clock stops as Virginia Tech calls its first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll try the right side. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The freshman running back being attended to. We hope he's able to get back in the game shortly. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Fires toward the target. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And that one will give them the lead. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the school.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering him. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give on the counter. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. The offense changing the play. Second down, he'll throw it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. All the way back. Touchdown, Hokies.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Zings it complete to the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding, covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Second and forever after the delay. Did they lose their play sheets? I mean, call a play already. Back to pass. Time to take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
That's why, as a defense, it's so important to win early downs. You win first and second down, you set up third and long. Now you can pin your ears back and get after the QB.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking left. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Virginia Tech opens this drive as the offense looks ready to go. After that big stop by the defense, now they can salt this thing away. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
To defend. A big third down in the red zone. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down. Ball is spotted at the 2. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. They'll go for it here on fourth and short. Trying to keep the drive alive. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Might be changing the route. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going for the big play. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position.
Lets it fly. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
The back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you can tell. They want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground. But this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Baker. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount. They take care of the ball.
Red 54.
The run inside. It's Gordon. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Might be calling a hot route.
95-96 bridge.
They'll keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Got the back over the middle. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Well, after allowing a touchdown on the last drive, this offense has to be able to answer. And getting that 3rd down here on the 3rd play of this drive, is a good step toward doing that. Nice job by the QB, good rhythm. This offense now has got it going. They need to pay this thing off, but that was a big one, no question.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
And it's his 4th interception of the game. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
The give and tick, 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 tick. Picks up the first down. Inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 19 on the big run.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Hawkins. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking downfield, it's Baker. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. They're setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. So you might expect to see victory formation. Instead, you will see a field goal attempt. It is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. He'll start this drive firing. Escapes the pressure to his right. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Volunteers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. He wants a big play here late. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone.